Okay, so I found out how to scrub using my without going up here now. It does take quite a long time though, of course, because my computer is taking a long time. Come on. Well, I thought I knew. I thought I did. It says shift left mouse button. Okay, well actually it's shift um, right mouse button for me. But I didn't change anything. Maybe I just read it wrong. Maybe it is shift. Anyway, it's shift, and then you can do that, and you can kind of scrub through this little video here. And if I have multiple videos on top of each other, um, so like, let's just do a duplicate, duplicate this up, and then I'll just move this over, maybe. Okay, so at a different time. So the camera basically, this preview is looking from the channels downwards, so it's going to see what's ever on top first. So I could hide this, and then it will show this on the bottom. But you don't want to always constantly be hiding and unhiding things. Let's see what was unhide. Is it Alt H? Okay. And so if I want to see what's on the bottom without hiding the stuff that's on top, basically I just do shift and then right mouse button and then scrub. And as I scrub, I can see what's on the bottom without changing my selection and without hiding anything. So even though this was selected, I could still look at this strip or this strip because it's hidden. This strip is hidden over here. So I can see strips that are hidden without unhiding them just temporarily, so I can quickly navigate around my scene. So I really like that idea. So that is going to be shift. I'm probably going to change that because I do this a lot. So I'm just going to flip them. I think I'm going to do shift. So basically I'm just going to go to my preferences, which is now, by the way, in edit preferences. It used to be file preferences. Now it's edit preferences. And I'm going to go to Keymap down here and then type in cursor. And if I scroll, enter, if I scroll down here, console clip editor here, see shift right mouse. Oh, it does say right mouse, so yeah, I read that wrong. But before I change that, I'm actually going to show you what I want to change. I just want to change it to a regular right mouse, but currently the regular right mouse is this context menu, which is actually could probably be really useful in the future. So you have copy, paste, duplicate strips, delete, all of that stuff. Then you have slip strip contents and snap to playhead. Okay, Shift S. I just basically use the shortcuts for those. Insert gaps, remove. Oh, insert gaps. I've never seen that before. Shift equals. Okay, let's try that. Let's go over here and do shift. Should just delete this and do what is shift equals? Does that do anything? How long do I have to wait for that to happen? Do I have to select all of them first? Shift equals. Do anything. Let's see. Insert gap. Okay, well, it's not inserting any gaps. Not sure why. Not sure how. Okay, let's deselect everything, which is double click on the A. And then let's right click, insert gap. Oh, it did, just a tiny bit. Insert gap. Oh, it's like a one. That's that's why it's only like one space or one frame. Okay, my control equals doesn't do anything. Or I mean my shift equals. Insert gap at current frame to first strips at the right. independent of selection or locked state of strips. Interesting, interesting. Okay, okay. Mm, All right. Well, I'll have to play around with that. I know I can backspace to get rid of that. Okay. So yeah. So let's go back to the context, which again is Shift L, Shift Alt L, which is the same as in 2.79. Mute strips, unmute strips, mute unselected strips. Shift H. Okay. Yeah, that was also all the same. So seeing as this is not going to really help me a whole lot, oh well, see now I forgot. So yeah, so this having nothing selected and right clicking on here is going to do uh, some different things. That's why it's context menu, of course. So let's do um, add modifier. So this is it's going to add it to the one that I have selected, that's actually kind of cool. Instead of having to go over here, I can do add strip modifier up here. But if I want to quickly add a modifier to the selected strip, I just do add modifier, um, color balance. Let's go over here, and then it automatically gives me a color balance modifier. I wonder if it will switch the tab too. So let's do that. Add modifier, color balance. Okay, no, it doesn't switch the tab. I still have to go up here. I don't know how useful that's going to be. If it switched the tab like right away, that would be cool because then I can just go boom, add modifier, boom, and then right here I can start editing. As you can see, the color balance um, that would be pretty useful, but I don't know how useful that is right now. So let's look at some of the other things we have. Copy modifiers to selection. Now that's going to be incredibly useful. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I keep this context menu, um, but I still think I'm gonna switch the two. So I want to make the context menu shift right click, and then the scrubbing just regular right click. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so let's try that. So going back up here to edit preferences this time, and we want to do context menu. Um, Wonder if there's, okay, sequence or context menu is right mouse. So I'm gonna click this, and it says press a key. I'm gonna do shift and then right click, okay? And then I'm gonna go back up and do uh, cursor, and then go scroll down to clip editor where it says set 2D cursor. I'm gonna click that and then right click. So now that should be the opposite. Um, Let's test that out. It's going to take a long time, I think, for that to, oh, maybe that's not even working. Okay, well, that's not working. I wonder if I may have more than one. Hold on a second. Okay, so what I did actually was I searched for the key binding. So here we have, you can either search for the name or the key binding. So the key binding, it was shift right mouse. And I was just looking at these, and so the first one that comes up is animation, and I thought, okay, well maybe it's part of like the animation timeline, and that's what it was. So basically, right now it's shift right mouse, and then if I press a key and then do right mouse, it'll disappear obviously because I'm searching for shift right mouse right now. So um, if I go out of there, and then you can see down here, we've got that right mouse being the change frame here. And I think that worked. Okay, let's test it before we get ahead of ourselves. Okay, yeah. So I'm right clicking now, and it's going slow, of course, but at least I can do the same thing there. And then if I do shift right mouse, does that give us our context menu? Yes, it does. So that's cool. So then I can still quickly like copy modifiers to selection or do other things that might require the context menu. So I've got that set. I'm also going to change, I think, hide and unhide is Alt H, but I like the double H for the unhide, so I'm gonna change that. I guess I can do that right now, since so basically, hide, or it's actually mute strips. So, and then go to unmute strips where it says Alt H right here, and we want to click that, and then do H for hide, but we want to go to the drop down menu and make sure right next to H we do double click. So double H should be our unmute strips. So going back here, if I select all of them, they're all muted right now. So if I do double H, then it's unmuted. So mute H, double H, unmute. I like that. I really like that a lot. So these two can be muted. All right, so I'm just going to continue editing, and I will be back when I run into something new.